Ranch Nation? It's your boy Silver Ranch here, and we are doing a special project. I am excited to do this. Usually, you see a lot of ranch reactions. The main thing on my channel, I also do a lot of other. I do other stuff. I do a decent chunk of other stuff as well when I'm able to mix it in well. But I wanted to do something like this for a while, and I think now getting more music knowledge for myself and seeing what's come out, because a lot of people have dropped EPs and albums around this time. I want to try and tackle one, and I wanted to go for one of an artist I have a lot of respect for, not Shwabadi. I say Shwabadi. He dropped his EP Songs for Ghosts I think a few days ago. Might have been a week now. Can't remember. As you saw in the, if you even bothered to watch the last reaction, I don't blame you if you didn't. I was in the hospital, but we vibing, and I wanted to break down this EP song by song and give it the full attention I think it deserves, because I think he really changed up his style, and I don't want to say, I feel like he went out of his comfort zone for this EP in a sense, not just in terms of what he talked about, but how he produced all of it. So I want to talk about each track individually. We're going to start with the first one, which is Stay Here, and if there was one of these 5 tracks that's going to sound the most similar, and I feel like this was Shwabadi's intention. I think that this was Schwab's intention. He wanted to get something that was going to really, you gotta bite it. Just reel you in, get your attention. And Stay Here is, in terms of production-wise, it's the most similar to what Shwab does. So much so, he even made an AMV for it, which I don't know if he's going to do for the other ones. I doubt it, but if he does, cool. If not, this one made the most sense he was going to do an AMV for, because it sounds the most similar to, his style. And in a way, it almost gives off... I usually don't like comparing, but it gives me, like, Juice WRLD. It gives me that, like... that soft, really emotional, but like hard-hitting like vibe with it. Like, he wants to grab your attention and keep you reeled in for the rest of the EP, which I think he does a fantastic job with the production, and just the overall quality of the sound is high. The pace is smooth. I love the sound sample he did, which I don't know if that's actual acoustic or if that was a sound sample. Unlike the rest, he does go, which sounds like an acoustic that he has. This one sounded a little more like a sound sample. It sounded more like a hip-hop track, unlike the rest, which is going to sound more just like music. And there's a difference between that. I just say that because this sounds like a hip-hop track, whereas the other ones sound, I don't want to say more pop. It's not R&B. I'm literally just blanking on what it could be. But Stay Here is a great foundation for what he put the rest of his EP on. Moving into song 2, which was Reject. If there was a song on this EP I'm going to kind of criticize, it's going to be this one. And really, in my mind, it's only this one. In terms of, like, transition, how it flows, I like where it is in the album. I keep saying album. EP. I like where it is overall in the EP. The overall problem for me is not the lyrics, because overall the lyrics he wrote were solid. Like, it feels like a mixture between a love song and like feeling like a failure in his own eyes. It's a weird duo of how he wrote it, but it sounds, but the overall lyrics are quality, and I could never go at Shwab for making bad lyrics, because he makes really good. He's a really good lyricist. And no, the problem I have is with the overall sound of it. And if you are wondering where I'm going with this, when you listen to the low moments, the guitar itself is gorgeous throughout the entire thing. The acoustic is smooth. It is butter through the entire thing. It fills the rest of the sound that the voice doesn't do, which I think is great, and that's something I like that you'll understand through the whole track. He keeps the overall production after the first track relatively simple, which I think is an interesting choice. And once again, something I feel like that's out of his comfort zone, where I feel like it goes outside of, okay, I need to write great lyrics and, feel like I can fill the stage, whereas like this one's like, okay, I gotta give an amazing performance because The only elements are going to be here are my voice and maybe one or two instruments, whether it be a piano, a guitar, or a drum, or bass, or something like that. Some combination of that. The problem comes in with his vocals and certain things that sound with certain sounds of it. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, it's his low moments. The low moments of the song where he is very quiet and he's singing. There's a weird, muddy amount of distortion that just overall it feels off-putting. It feels like it feels like it drowns the guitar a little bit. And I only count the low moments because you listen to the high moments, it's like it gets like it feels like the distortion like highlights like stuff he's saying like that comes from the back of his throat, like, am I so fucking stupid? Like, you get what I'm saying? I feel like listen to this part.
Hide away the secret, feeling like a reject.
So, think about that, and then listen to the high moment here.
Am I so fucking stupid? I've read wrong all the signs.
You can see, like, it's the overall same level of distortion, but it works better for the higher moments because of his voice, whereas the lower moment, it drowns the guitar and it just sounds muddy. But overall, the overall song is just solid and has the right amount of depth to like be catchy. That's the biggest thing I can 100% like give credit with this song. It's really catchy. Like, it's probably the most catchy of all 5 songs. For the third track, we have He's a Liar. Overall, I love the lyrics on this, especially the chorus. If I could turn back time, I would try to not like the same fucking fires. That's just a solid bit as it is. But then I want to deep dive the production because I've now become a sucker for 4-track songs. I don't know what it is. You could do a lot with like 24 tracks, but Schwab just kept it simple. Vocals, maybe it's 5, but he kept it pretty much 4. Vocals, front and back, or melody and harmony, however you want to describe it. Acoustic guitar, bass. I don't think a lot of people are gonna catch that bass. That bass was smooth and it kept the tempo well, and then the drum kit. And the first thing I'm gonna highlight, one, his low moments. Oh my god, they're so gorgeous on this one. They are gorgeous. It's almost like he's like whispering into your ear this bit when he's singing the verses on He's a Liar. And it's the most sounding of like a rock song. It's almost, in a way, it kind of shifts from one way to another. This song is like the middle point and like the transition between like where I think his comfort zone was with like what he tells everybody and like where his music is, and like where a lot of stuff that I feel like is more personal. This feels like the real mid-transition point that he highlighted for this, and I think he does a fantastic job with this. From, like I said, all 4 elements are projected here well, and they all play off each other perfectly and create like a really soft rock that can just grab at your heartstrings. Especially the ending vocals. The ending vocals were so gorgeous. It just made for such a great song, such a great midpoint of this EP. Now we're getting to the heavy hitters of the EP, the last 2 songs. Starting with Tired of Being Fine. First off, the lyrics, just, you could tell there was just so much like internal pain that was coming out through this song. Just the idea of him saying like he's sick of feeling okay. No one likes saying that we are fine or okay. He wished he was happy. You know, it's a simple concept, but it's such a deep meaning behind it. You know, you go through life and life sucks sometimes. Life just sucks. And just the overall like strength of that song is his voice. And I'm looking at the lyrics right now, and there were certain things I wanted to highlight, like, and I don't feel down anymore. In fact, I feel nothing at all, and nothing to complain in my head pain. Nothing to complain, my head pain. My head pain? My head again, I think. But the chorus is where I highlight how it's just, for how little there is to like lyrics in this song, he keeps it just simple here. I'm tired of being okay. Wish there was something better here for me. Wish I was happy, and I'm so sick of trying to hide. I'm so tired of being fine. I wished I was happy. You know, for a chorus as simple as that, it's got such a deep meaning behind it. We all have these days. We're so sick of like just having mediocrity in our lives. Like, that's why I always joke about I like to do what I love, because I could live to just survive and do something simple, but that's just not fun. We all just have bad days, and it just happens. Now, getting the production of this, 3 things: violins, guitar, violins, piano, vocals. The violin, I definitely went over on that one, but the violins on that were so beautiful. They were so gorgeous. And I think if there was one thing, like, the piano kind of kept the tempo, the do 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 do. Like, it keeps it consistent. It's just consistent quarter notes. But you mix that with the violins that's like that play just whole notes, and it mixes so well. The chords for the piano with the violins mix so gorgeous, and Schwab's voice just in just how well he hits those high moments. He'll go up there and he holds it like, I'm so tired of being fine. Like, he holds that and he's like, I wish I was happy. Like that. Like, when he's saying that, I got chills. Not just because I'm sick, but like, I just got chills when he said that. I was like, wow. I mean, like I said, the second to last, for the penultimate song, that was beautiful. So beautiful. To wrap up the last song of the EP, he chose What's the Worst That Could Happen. And here's 2 things you need to know in terms of me and this song. 1, it's my favorite song of the EP. 2, I cried the first time listening to this. Yeah, I've cried twice before this song. Twice. 2 songs. 2 songs. I have hundreds of thousands of songs, and 2 songs have made me cry. And it was Who Am I by DPS and Gen, and I'm Sorry by Joyner Lucas. And those songs made me cry for completely different reasons. This song is so beautiful, and I think it might just be my favorite. I've always said this. I think simplicity makes amazing tracks, and this is literally just Schwab sitting. I could just see him sitting on a bar stool or sitting on a chair. Like, I could just picture him doing this at a concert. And I say this because he wouldn't do this. This one's such a personal one. But it's just like him sitting down in a chair in front of everybody. Mike stand up there, just playing the guitar, singing What's the Worst That Could Happen. Man, for a production value that is so simple, this song is so just amazing, so deep. It feels like there's so much there, and it's like Tired of Being Fine. Like, the way to describe it is like Reject. Like, you feel the pain, and like he's a liar. It's like the same energy. Tired of Being Fine, I feel like would describe it as like, I would say being like just frustrated and sad and all that stuff. And then What's the Worst That Could Happen? I really feel like he wrote this at rock bottom in his life, as like just a guess, because just the title alone is like, it feels like things can't get any worse. So it feels like things have to get better in some way. Things have to get better just somehow, because it's so frustrating right now. And it feels like the clouds got to open up somewhere. Just something's got to brighten up my day, my life, something. And man, and like I said, after listening to that the first time, I literally turned it on and I cried. I broke down. It was a beautiful song, and I don't think a lot of people are gonna give that one like an insane amount of listens over stuff like Tired of Being Fine and Reject, and obviously Stay Here, because Stay Here is the only one that's in AMV. It's just the music business. Well, it's the nerdcore business. But this song, man, is easily it's easily my favorite, and I think it's not the best put together. If I would have picked the best put together song, that's a tough one. I'd say He's a Liar overall. But man, this EP was just beautiful. And for an EP that's only 12 minutes long, it's only 12 minutes long, it really feels like you go on like an hour journey. It really does. Like, I was hooked from start to finish. I was listening for every lyric. I wanted to hear every sound that came through, even as simplistic as it was. That's how good that was. Like, it drags you in and it keeps you invested. And to do that with an EP most of the time you want to shuffle it. This, I feel like you get the best out of it just running it straight from top to bottom. Not many EPs do that. Almost no EPs do that. His does this. There's so much value from going top to bottom on this EP. And man, I gotta tip my cap. My cap is over there. Because this was a beautiful thing. And I'm so glad I finally got to do this. I'm so excited for when this comes out on my channel. It's either gonna be tonight or tomorrow. But if you enjoyed this video, please leave support. If you want me to do this some more, like if you want me to do this for Ham or even Peso's album, I'll gladly do it, because I love doing this stuff. Actually, there's a lot of fun that comes from breaking down albums, and I think it helps me learn a little more as a musician, as a inspiring musician. But please send this out to everybody, share this, and if you enjoyed the content, please leave a like, comment for more of what you want me to do, subscribe to become a part of the Ranch Nation while turning on that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on ranch reactions, gaming, commentary, even album, EP breakdowns, music, anything I do on this channel, because all the love and support means the world to me. But with that out of the way, I'm going to get out of here. And from the Ranch Nation, I love every single one of you. You all mean the world to me, and you have no idea. And I'm out of here. Peace!